In the darkness, she waits silently. Her venomous heart craving sweet victor. With a touch so deadly, she'll bring you to your knees. She's the Black Widow, the queen of deceit. Welcome to the Black Widow channel, where desire and danger intertwine. She'll spin her web, she'll trap you in a spell. With a smile so wicked, she's one of a kind. She's one of a kind. She lures you in with her poison kiss, leaving you helpless, caught in her abyss. Her eyes like diamonds, cold and mesmerizing. Beware the Black Widow, her web's hypnotizing.
Okay, we're just going to do a quick update. We just did a little water, so it looks a little brighter. Water always makes it look brighter. There's okra, and the 2 tomatoes. Those are green beans and green beans and green beans. That back one in the corner all by itself has nothing in it. That one has a few squash and peppers, jalapenos, and then we have the bell peppers. Everything looks a little brighter after it gets wet. And then we have the potatoes and the spinach and the more spinach and the sweet peas. And then I did clean out some weeds out of that bed, so I get some more herbs to put in there. We'll take a little closer look at them. That's the okra. These are the green beans, wax beans. They shouldn't take but a few days to come up. And these are the jalapenos. And some of these jalapenos have little buds on them already. This is a little bitty one, but he looks like he's full of little buds already. So hopefully they won't take too long. This is the one that had the spinach and a few little stray cantaloupes coming up in it. I guess I'll leave them. And this is the other spinach bed. They look like they're trying to do pretty good. Some of them are getting their second leaf. So as soon as it's big enough to eat, it's coming off of there. Spinach usually only takes about 30 days. The sweet peas look like they're having a good time. Now these are bush peas, so we see how that lasts. I ain't never seen a pea you didn't have to try and stake up, or it's just all viney. But they're doing pretty good. They look healthy. They look like little 4-leaf clovers to me. And this is where I need to put some more herbs. This is from last year. This is an oregano, and that's a garden sage. They came back from next year. They never really died, so I need some parsley and good stuff. And this is where I did the squash. And I know a lot of people put squash in mounds, but I never do, and I never have. And at the end of this video, I'll post a picture of the squash from last year, and it was planted just like this. So I just plant them in the ground. I don't do the mounds. And then we'll walk over and look real quick. At the other beds. These are the potatoes. They're doing, remember the little bitty buds they were? They're doing really good. And the onions, they're doing really good. And those are the onions. And I guess the stuff's getting bigger. It doesn't look bigger to me because I just look at it every day. So, you know, it just looks the same. But when I go back and look at like the first video, the stuff does look bigger. The beets look bigger for sure. Here's the beets. It won't be long. I'll have to thin some of them out. I don't really thin a whole lot, but I guess I'm going to have to with some of these. And then my carrots I've been wondering about still look pretty sad. I don't see any definite. I see a line maybe right there. But they almost act like they're old seeds or something. I'm not real happy with them. But all in all, I think it's looking pretty decent. At least there's something in every bed, but that back corner one right there. So, I'm not very steady with this camera. I guess I need to get tripods and all that stupid stuff. I'm probably not going to. Okay, well that's about all I'm going to do for that. I'll attach a picture of the squash from last year so you can see what it looked like. And there's no pigs today. Haven't seen any pigs today. This is a canopy. I just don't have a cover on it. It goes over a picnic table sitting right here that we sit at sometimes with a glass of tea and all my little garden stuff, so that we can just sit out here next to the garden with the canopy over our head. The canopy's not on it now, it's just the frame sitting here. But it'll be on it soon. The new shed kit's here, so that should be fun. I guess we'll start it maybe Friday afternoon. But I just wanted to check in with the new stuff. I gave it a little water and everything looked brighter. Sometimes it looks really like a desert out here at dark, but it's really pretty moist underneath the dirt still. If you just scratch it a little bit, it's still pretty wet underneath. So I know that some of the videos have looked really dry, but it hasn't been that dry. It just looks dry on top. But it looks nice and dark now. It had about 45 minutes of the water. And it's a little overcast today, so that's probably all it needs to help. And it needs some warmer temperatures. The nights have still been cool, but the daytimes have been like 70s and 80s. It's probably maybe 70 today. But, the nights have been in the 40s. So once it starts staying warmer at night and like 80s in the daytime, this stuff is really going to pop up. So it's growing slow at first, but it's okay. It's got a good start. I mean, it's only April. When I moved here, you know, where I used to live, I couldn't plant before May 15th or the end of May. But, you know, so I'm a whole month ahead here. Okay, well, I'll plant a picture of my squash and I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Thanks for watching. Here's Chloe. This is what she does all day. Hey, little girl. Hey, little girl. It's a sweet little girl. You want to come inside? Yep, she works hard around here. Here's a picture of the squash last year. I told you earlier that a lot of people plant their squash in mounds, and I don't. I just plant them in the ground. So if my squash gets half that big this year as it did last year, I'll be more than happy. This was beautiful squash last year, and it gave me squash all summer. So I'm happy with it. So we'll see if it does as good this year. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good afternoon.